shake hands, hug, and offer prayers for goodness. Children kiss the hands of their parents and grandparents as a sign of respect, while elders pray for the younger generation to remain steadfast in their faith. Despite their modest lifestyle, Muslims in Vietnam celebrate Eid al-Fitr with a strong sense of togetherness. There is no excessive luxury, but the values of family and solidarity are deeply felt. This holiday also serves as an opportunity for those who have migrated to their hometowns, creating a grand community reunion. As a minority in a predominantly non-Muslim country, Eid al-Fitr for Vietnamese Muslims is not just a religious celebration, but also an affirmation of identity. Amidst the tide of modernization and social challenges, this day of victory serves as a reminder that faith, tradition, and culture are still alive and continue to be passed down from generation to generation. In villages along the Mekong River, the soft echo of takbir, prayer, the aroma of home-cooked meals, and the laughter of children create a simple yet meaningful picture of Eid al-Fitr, a spiritual victory celebrated with the heart, not with extravagance. The level of interfaith tolerance in the Cham Muslim community in southern Vietnam, particularly in An Giang province and around Chao Giang, is generally high and relatively harmonious. This is due to the Muslim community's position as a small minority in a country where the majority adheres to Buddhism, traditional beliefs, or no religion. For a long time, the Cham people have lived side by side with various ethnic and religious groups, such as the Kin, Vietnamese majority, Khmer, and Hoa, Chinese. Daily interactions occur in trade, education, agriculture, and even village social life, allowing relationships between communities to develop naturally and pragmatically. In daily life, religious differences rarely become a source of conflict. Non-Muslim neighbors often help out at Muslim family events, such as weddings or funerals, even though they do not participate in religious rituals. Conversely, Cham families also maintain good relationships by attending social invitations from their neighbors. During Ramadan, tolerance is evident. Many non-Muslims respect fasting Muslims, for example, by refraining from excessive eating or smoking in front of them, especially in Cham majority villages. Local merchants also understand the need for halal food and the timing of breaking the fast. During Eid al-Fitr, interfaith relations are even warmer. Muslim families often share food with non-Muslim neighbors as a gesture of friendship. Return visits also occur, making the holiday a social, not just a religious occasion. Local governments generally allow Islamic religious practices to proceed normally, including the use of loudspeakers for the call to prayer in some areas, the construction of mosques, and basic religious education. However, public religious activities remain within the framework of Vietnam's secular state regulations. One important factor maintaining harmony is the character of the Cham people themselves. They are known as a closed yet peaceful community, maintaining their identity without trying to impose their beliefs on others. This principle of coexistence has developed over the centuries since the collapse of the Champa Kingdom. However, this tolerance also comes with subtle social boundaries. For example, interfaith marriages are not very common and often require significant cultural adjustments. Furthermore, because the Muslim population is relatively small, they tend to maintain strong internal communities to maintain traditions and religion. In large cities like Ho Chi Minh City, tolerance is even more pronounced due to the multicultural and cosmopolitan environment. Mosques stand side by side with Buddhist pagodas, Catholic churches, and traditional temples, reflecting the spiritual diversity of modern Vietnam. Overall, interfaith life in the Cham Muslim region can be described as peaceful, practical, and based on mutual respect. It's not always full of deep interactions, but it's strong enough to maintain social stability and daily harmony. On the banks of the Mekong, tolerance is not just a slogan, but a necessity. In small communities surrounded by a majority of people of different faiths, the ability to live side by side is key to maintaining identity and a bridge to a peaceful future. Friends of the Islamic faith, Vietnam is the perfect choice for those of you who want to enjoy an exciting vacation while still practicing Muslim values. Although the majority of the population is non-Muslim, the country is increasingly recognized as a Muslim-friendly destination, with a growing number of halal restaurants in